Hey guys, what's up? So, we got a build today. I was bored, and I finally got into Micro Center after 2 hours of waiting outside. Well, they gave you like a number, but that's besides the point. So, I bought a bunch of parts. I made sure to not waste any time in there, and you can only go in there like once a week. So, I got some parts. So, what do we got? Let's just get right into the build. So, we're going to be using the Ryzen 5 3600X. Now you're probably wondering why I didn't get the much better priced and, pretty similar performance Ryzen 5 3600. And that's because I got this on clearance for like 30 bucks off. So it was like 143.99 or something like that, which is less than the 3600. So thank you, Micro Center, for having a clearance on this specific CPU. Or it's actually, I think it was returned, so they had to sell it for less. But that's besides the point. So I got a Ryzen 5 3600X, basically brand new. I did test it already, so that's why it's out of the box. So we have that, and also we're just going to be using the stock coolers today. Maybe you expected, like, I did buy a liquid cooler, but it's for a different build. I've got actually a couple of builds I can now finish because of this, but we're just going to be using the stock cooler. It's beefy enough. I'm not going to be doing any overclocking. This system is probably for a sale, maybe. I might sell it. I'm going to definitely benchmark it and all that in a different video. But let's just get to building it. So we're using the NZXT H510 in white. Now, I did not color coordinate this build correctly. I should not have picked a white case. This is a black and orange graphics card. I should have went for the H510 black. But this case was planned for a different build, but then I realized at last second, because there was just a lot of bad planning going on. This was planned for my second high-end desktop platform build, but I sadly had to switch out cases, so it's going to be for this budget build kind of thing. So it's going to be for this build instead. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to record the build in 4K and downscale it to 1440p. I don't know what I'm actually going to do with the footage. It might just be wasted footage. That's why I hate recording builds. It turns out really bad, but hopefully this build turns out good. I'm going to get to building, and let's see how the video turns out. I don't know if it's going to be a time-lapse. I don't know if it's going to be me just cutting in, interjecting parts that I ate, whatever. But let's get to this build. I don't have any storage. The main reason I went to and I just realized this now, the main reason I went to Micro Center today was to buy new SSDs for systems that I need them for. And I didn't buy any. I bought a graphics card, a CPU, a motherboard, a case, and a liquid cooler, and RAM. And I didn't buy the SSDs, and I don't have any extras. Welp, that's the end of the video. Alright guys, so I ordered an SSD, and it's not going to be here for a few days. So I'm just going to go on with the build and install it later, even though with the motherboard I'm using, that's going to be annoying. Now, I was originally going to use this B450M DS3H, but then I remembered something I love the H510. Airflow is okay. The case just looks amazing and is easy to build in. But the one thing that's always I've just hated about it is they added this USB-C port, which wouldn't be a problem if they also didn't add the USB-C internal header, which budget boards like this one just straight up don't have. So I was like, whatever, I'll just do what I did last time, leave it unusable, no USB-C. But then I remembered I have, in my pretty big board collection, where does it go? There it is. I've got this MSI X470, it's loose inside, gaming M7AC. So it's a Wi-Fi board. It's X470, which means I'll have to update the BIOS. Now, this one is B450, but it's got the Ryzen 3000. It's already BIOS updated. This one isn't. Let's see. So we got IO shield, antennas, and yep, here we go. Our MSI motherboard. Now, this is the board. I don't know if I made a video about it. I don't think I did, but it was on a chair, and I tripped over it and broke off the OC dial that it had, that I was like, oh, I want to make a video about that. That's so cool. So, and I actually kind of broke the Type-C connector a little bit. Let me make sure it even works. Let me try connecting the Type-C before I even go through with this. So if they try to, whoever ends up with this PC, whether it's me or a giveaway or a sale, if they try to take out the Type-C connector, they're going to break it off the board, but who cares? It's basically a useless thing at the time, so. Like, it's one header, you know, one connector, who needs it? But that's besides the point. I don't know why they did this. It's annoying as hell, but whatever. Like, are they expecting people to put, like, high-end, like, this is a pretty budget-oriented, it's like $70. But whatever. So let's get this PC built, and then we'll do the BIOS update after it's built. It's got BIOS flashback, meaning I can actually update the BIOS after building the PC without even being able to boot it. I can just insert a USB, and I do have one right here with our MSI updated BIOS for 3rd Gen Ryzen. Alright, so one thing I forgot when I originally recorded the first part is I forgot to talk about the power supply. So we're using this 850 watt EVGA GQ. I had a couple of choices. I could use my Seasonic Focus Plus Gold 750 watt or one of my 1000 watt G2s. And it came down to the Focus Plus Gold is very expensive. It's like $100 something to get. So I kind of want to keep that for myself. This one I got for pretty cheap, and I'm probably going to sell this PC, so I might as well use the cheapest power supply. Now, of course, I ditched that mentality when I switched motherboards, but I think just having that extra function, and I honestly have no use for that X470 board. I've got much better boards than my other PCs. So I think I'll just let it go, I guess, into this build, and plus I could just raise the price a little bit for having a Wi-Fi board. But that's the point. Let's get this PC up and built. You know what? I think I'm going to record the whole build. I'm recording in 4K, downscaling to 1440p. I'm just going to record it, and I'm not obviously going to, you're watching this video now, so you know, I'm not going to, like, just upload the whole build, because I don't think, and I thought I don't think, is that I'm pretty confident, that's some sounds, that no one wants to sit here and watch me just build a whole PC in basically silence, or at least, like, even just talking about what I'm doing is just, like, I don't know, I feel like that's just boring. I don't really know. Like, unless it's a live stream, we can kind of interact, you know, change things around, you guys pick the specs, stuff like that. It's kind of boring to, you know, just watch someone in silence build a whole PC. But I don't know, what do you guys think? So I'll just include parts that I think might be interesting. I'm really confused if this is in or not. But, you know what? I'm just going to talk to you guys about random stuff while building this. Basically, if I can get this stupid thing in. Basically, I want to redo my gaming PC so I can use it. Because it's, you know, don't forget, it does have one of the best gaming processors that, you know, exists ever. Am I, like, doing this wrong? Like, what is going on? It's got the 3900X in it, which is a great CPU for editing and stuff. But I want to redo it so, like, it's kind of a unit. Like, you know, like this PC. Like, if you buy a pre-built, you get something like this. Like, look at the difference between that and the Tower 900, where I can, you know, take out graphics cards easily. It's nice and open. It's like a test bench. This is more like, you know, a completed PC, which, of course, is not a problem. Completed PCs are great. And it's meant for looks, but, like, it's functionally, it's a little, well, crap half the time. Shoot. I have no space to put things. A tip that I have that I don't always follow, and I really should, is build sideways. Not like this. This is right side up. I don't really know the terminology sideways stuff, how it applies here. But never build and, like, put in your motherboard like this when the PC's like this. Like, I've done it. It's possible. It's just a pain, and it's a risk you don't have to take. Now, computer hardware, it's not going to break unless you trip over it and break it because you're dumb. But it's not, like, really weak. I mean, obviously the pins in your CPU and stuff, but, you know, dropping it definitely doesn't help, and trying to mount it like this is impossible not to drop it at least once. So let me see if I can just clear a quick space, move my power supply. We'll do power supply last, even though, you know, some people recommend doing it first, and, you know, that might actually be a good idea. Route your cables first, but I'm not exactly the listener of good ideas. Is why I don't know why they put a fan on top. So they did pre-route the fans, which is nice and all, but when I'm, like, again, I don't know why they put it on top and not the front. You need intake. You can't just have exhaust. That's not how this works. Alright, they did give you they gave me fan screws at the very least, because they care a little bit. Oh, it came out. Okay, this comes out. Basically, the bottom line with this build, is I know that no matter what I do with it, it's not going to end up being mine. I have no reason to use it. I don't really, like I said, I've got a 3900X. I put this on the wrong way. There we go. That went on painlessly. I forgot to install RAM. Problem is, I'm using such a good PC for streaming. By the way, my streaming PC is a 2700X and an R9 Fury X. Amazing hardware that and it's at least a SU one too. It's the 50th anniversary. Amazing hardware that I'm just using for live streaming, which is a simple, basic task. And I hate that, but that's how it do indeed be. So, what's next? So we don't need this anymore. Oh, we're almost done. Just need a power supply. Well, that's actually like 90% of the work is installing the power supply. Gonna have our fan pointed down because we can. Not that it even matters. Anyone that says it does is either lying to you or using a Radeon 7. Yeah, I mean, I could use the G2 in here. It does have that extra room, but I don't feel like it. I definitely could take out the hard drive tray, but like I said, this is going to someone who's me. I don't know if they're using hard drives. The last PC I sold, I had to... I wish I had made a video, but I didn't want to because it was a pain. I had to saw out the hard drive tray to get it to fit. Really bad idea. There we go. Let's get our... I don't need half these cables. I don't know why they're connected. Because no one leaves enough room for CPU connectors. They think they do, but they don't. 1 8-pin is all you need. Because I don't want to do 2, so I'm not going to. Oh, front panel and all that crap. All I need is 3 cables. Motherboard, CPU, and GPU. That's amazing. Connectors. Why do we have... Oh, front panel. I wonder... They have this, single connector. I wonder if it'll work. Let's actually connect our power supply. Let's actually install our power supply now. It comes with screws, which I need more. I've run out of these screws 1,000 times over. Don't like the amount of force I have to put into screwing this power supply in. Probably gonna blow it up. Who cares? Now we got that done. Let's just... So our graphics card. I've never had one of these Gigabyte cards. I see them all the time. I don't think they look that good from the picture. But when I opened this and saw this card... I was in love. It's just so adorable. It's small, but it feels... I mean, it's plastic, but, the backplate, I don't know if it's plastic or metal, but it feels good. It's a small, good-feeling card, 1 8-pin connector. It's got that fan stop... Ow, I just stabbed myself with the card. It's got fan stop and Gigabyte logo, both RGB, but, of course, with their stupid software. This one screw isn't coming out. And it's stopping me from taking out this expansion slot. Now we're done. Alright, I pressed the mouse flashback button and it's blinking, so I'll come back if it works.